This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2018 Palomino Puma XLE, model number 22 RBC. Okay, so this is not a floor plan or a sales video, it's a how-to video. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So you have regular crank down stabilizers. Keep in mind that right here is a quick connect to the LP system. So if you want to hook up a grill or something like that, make sure it's the right, it operates by the right pressure, but you can plug it into the system right there. Okay, you have a power awning with LED strip, a TV bracket, signal out and power right here. Okay, outside speakers. Alright, so this is your hitch. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. So it's a good one. We'll show you how that operates when you pick up. Okay. It looks like they're still working over here on it, but you get a deep cycle marine battery, and you got two LP tanks full. You've got a manual tongue jack. Okay, and that's just part of your pass-through storage. Okay, so now keep in mind right here, this is the range hood vent for the range hood. Now if you're going to be venting to the outside, if you're going to turn it on in the trailer to vent to the outside, you always got to make sure the baffle's freed up like this. I mean, you can snap this shut for when you're traveling or in storage, but when you're venting, you always want it open so it flaps freely. Alright, so the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water connection right here. You just hook it up and you're all set. Now if you're camping somewhere where there's not plumbing on the campsites, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. So even if you don't have city water, you can operate everything as if you did. So you got a 30 amp power cord. We give you a reducer to reduce it down to a 20 so you can plug it in at home if you need to. These are your dump valves here, black and gray. Black is toilet water and waste, of course. Gray is sink and shower water. Generally you dump the black first and then use the gray to kind of wash it out. These are just cable, TV and satellite through to the inside of the trailer. As we look up, keep in mind the manufacturer state you should inspect your roof every 90 days, so just inspect your roof to make sure there's no cracking or separation where water can get in. Make sure there's no damage to any roof attachments or roofing materials by low branches or road debris, something like that, okay? This is your water heater on the outside. If I can get it open here with one hand. That is, there it goes. Alright, so this is a gas water heater. The switch operated is inside the trailer. I just want to show you that this is the drain right here, the drain plug. It takes 1 1/16" 6-point socket. So that's where you would drain the water heater. Okay, so let's go inside. Okay. So, as I look around here, this is your antenna on the roof. Obviously, it just rotates. Okay, yeah, I would. Let me see if I can get any power in here. I noticed he was working with the battery, so let me just see here. Yeah. Okay. Find the switch, and I'll be all set here. Let's see. Okay, well anyway, when I come across it I'll turn it on. I don't know where it's at. Now keep in mind that this is your water pump right here, the switch for it. Now remember I told you you could pump water out of the fresh water tank using the pump. This is also used for winterizing the trailer, okay? To turn your water heater on to light it, you go like that. That's the fault light right there. And then you have your battery, which is charged, fresh water, gray and black. So you check the levels right there. Boy, that door is creaking, making me crazy here. Okay. Let me see here. I know there's a switch in an obvious place here. It just seems like it shouldn't be so hard to find, but then again, nothing like knowing your trailer, huh, Carl? Okay. Okay. So some buttons or some lights don't have a button, so that means it's attached to a switch. I just have to find the switch. So they're all LEDs. Okay, so this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right here. It should always be gray. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's very hot today, so that's my only excuse. That's all I can come up with anyway. But it should always be green. If it's not green, get it serviced. As long as it's green, you're good to go. But if you ever see it with the green light out, you wanna have the trailer serviced, have a new one put on. It detects carbon monoxide LP gas buildup. Okay. That chirp you're hearing is the smoke alarm. I'll put a new battery in it if that's what's happening there. I think that's what's happening. All right, so your range, you spark it to light it. You go to the knob all the way to the left and you turn it clockwise to spark it. I don't know if he's got the gas turned on or not here, so we'll see. No. So I'll just talk you through it. You just go to light and then you turn this clockwise and it'll spark and light. Now when it comes to the oven, it's a little bit different. Looks like the oven's never been used, but we see that quite a bit. You're going to need a grill lighter for this one, something with a long neck on it. And that's the pilot light all the way at the back there on the bottom. You can see it way back there. So what you do is you'll just go to pilot and then you depress the button or the knob. Hold it in. Then you're going to light it with your grill lighter. After it lights, you still hold this in for another 10 seconds or so to heat up the thermocouple. Then you can just go to whatever temperature you want. When you shut it off, though, keep in mind that the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light anytime you use the oven. This is the range hood I told you about. If you're going to vent, remember I told you there's a baffle on the outside. You have to open up. Microwave works like any other microwave. This is a gas absorption refrigerator. So basically, this is how you're going to run it. You can see right now it's on auto, if you can read that even. It's on auto. That's where you generally want to keep it. Auto means electric. It always seeks out electricity and operates with it. Now, if it can't find any regular electrical current, AC current, it'll automatically switch over to gas and light on gas. That's why they call it automatic. Let's say you're it's the middle of the night, or let's say you left early in the morning to go out exploring for the day. It's a hot day, and soon after you leave, there's a power failure at the campground. Well, it'll sense that, and it'll automatically switch over to gas so you don't spoil your food. Okay. The only other thing to know about this is a thermistor here. Okay, actually it's down here. I'll tuck it up there for you. But you want to raise that as high as it'll go. You can see there's a sticker that it says warmer to lower, higher is up, or I mean cooler is up. So keep that in mind. I'll route this correctly. I didn't prep this one. We're still in the middle of it, so that just fits in that clamp. Okay. Now this device down here is your power converter. So basically 120 AC comes in on this side when you're plugged in. These are circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're labeled here. So that's regular AC power. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. So you got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. Also, this is a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's always going to sense how much energy your battery needs up front and keep it charged up. So it converts AC to DC power, and it also charges your battery. Okay. Alrighty. Like I said, we're still in the process of doing this. So, this is a GFCI plug right here. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through the GFCI. Okay. This is your thermostat. It's just an analog thermostat. You've got cool, fan, and off, or cool, fan, and heat, and off. Heat is your propane heat. Fan is the air conditioner running without the compressor. And cool is full air conditioning. Always keep your fan speed on auto if they give you the option. That's the best way to do it. All right. So the thing to remember about the toilet is that you always want to have chemical and water in it. So if you're starting off the trip, you hook up your power and your water, right? Then you come in here and you dump 1 dose of chemical in the bowl. Then you flush it and hold the flush open until you put about a gallon of water in the black tank, which is directly below. So you got to have at least a gallon of water plus a dose of chemical in there before you start using it. You can't use it dry. If you do, the smell will be overwhelming, and it also can get clogged up. Now, this green LED here, this is the telling you that the digital signal booster for your antenna is right here. And I can shut it off, but you want it on or you won't get a good signal. This is your sound system. It's self-explanatory. It has Bluetooth and plays discs and AM FM radio, all the usual stuff. It has 2 speaker zones. Inside the trailer is 1 and outside the trailer is 2. Okay. You can drop this table down and turn it into a bed if you need to for guests. And there's some storage underneath this bed also. Okay. Alright, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof. That's important to inspect all the seals on your trailer. And right now this is winter, or excuse me, the trailer is dewinterized, so it's ready to be camped in. All the antifreeze has been purged from the system and replaced with fresh water, so you're all ready to camp in it, okay? Thank you.